Well,
I can't wait for you to go too. I can't wait for everyone to go.
Yeah, we went that one day for the media, and then we did our editing overnight, and then the next day we were at our hotel, which is we stayed at the Terra Nova Resort.
Terra Luna.
Terra Luna?
I keep saying the wrong name.
Stella Nova, Terra Luna, whatever. Anyway, so our room from our hotel, our hotel room, you could see Epic Universe, and I would look out, and I kept on looking at it. I was like, I want to go back in there. Like I was like, when do we? Because we were there for a couple more days, and I was like, I wish we could go back in. I was like, so. Yeah,
well, good news. Next week they're starting annual pass holder previews, and we'll be there.
Yeah. Jordan says, do you have to buy a separate ticket for the other Universal parks? Do they have a ticket for all the parks? So they're selling right now a 3-day ticket that includes 1 day at each of the 3 theme parks. Mm-hmm. But you can't, I don't think, park hop during that.
Yeah, so you have to stick in whatever park you're going to.
Which is fine because you're going to want to stay in there.
Yeah.
We were going in June. We tried to get the express pass for Epic, but they were sold out. Oh no. Well, check on the day of, because they might show up. Oh, our friend Theme Park Express is here.
Yeah.
We saw him. We weren't in his group, unfortunately. Oh wow.
I was going to say he's been in here for a
while. I already answered that. Thank you so much, Rosario.
Yeah, thank you.
What is she saying? Oh, no, that's her last name. Sorry. On here, it said her last name as like the text. So I was confused. Y'all need to get Offhand Disney there. He's never been to Universal Park.
Oh, wow.
I know. I watched the video where he admitted that, and like,
maybe that's why his name is Offhand Disney, not Offhand Universal.
But he needs to experience, like, you need to experience the competition to. You can't just know what's out there. I feel like he needs to. We need to get Dolan there. That's what I'm saying. We need to get him there. I
think this is going to bring a lot of people who have never been to Universal before in.
I think so,
which
too.
Which is like pretty exciting.
I love that Mouse Vibes was in your group. That was great. Our group had a ton of cool people.
Yeah.
It was cool. We had a lot of our friends.
Yeah, and everybody was so hyped and like excited. It was so fun.
Kidder is here, says he requests that when we go back to try to find out if they have any carrot cake flavored items. I don't think they do. Actually.
We'll be on the lookout. We don't know for sure. We didn't get to look at any of the menus.
Yeah, well, I've been researching menus for our next trip, and I have not seen any carrot cake. No. How much is parking? Do we get free parking with the Premier Pass? Can you ask Jessica if Ministry will be working during?
I don't think Jessica knows.
I don't think she knows. I don't know about the parking situation. I think
if you have the annual pass, you get free parking.
I don't know that for sure though. So
but don't quote us.
Yeah. We never park because we're always traveling.
Yeah, we're always staying at a hotel there. So
yeah.
That'd be a Kevin question.
Yeah, he might know. Theme Park Express clarifies Express excludes Ministry, Dragon Racers, and Donkey Kong.
Wow.
So I guess, what is 11 minus 3? That means it includes 8 of the 11 rides.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that's because Donkey Kong's such a low capacity ride. Dragon Racers too, and Ministry probably just, they don't know when it's going to be down or up. So I'm guessing that's why.
That's worth it then. I feel like those are 3 like really good rides.
Yeah. I don't know. Were the restrooms themed? Yes.
Yes. Well,
we haven't.
The only one that I noticed was in Dark Universe. They had like black toilets, which was kind of funny.
Oh, Rosario sent another super chat here. She says something. Says, you guys are amazing. Much love from North Carolina.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosario. Do you want to read this one?
Loved when Kitra was happy to see a restroom in the Nintendo portal. LOL. I like knowing where the bathrooms are. Are the bathrooms epic? Yeah, that took me by surprise. Like, I thought it was going to be exactly the same as Japan, and I don't remember there was either a restroom or like a changing room. I didn't really get to see, but there was some little side room when you first entered the Super Nintendo World portal.
Yeah.
So.
how long did it take to walk through that ministry queue? I don't know. We were filming a lot, but
it was long.
Every room, it was like room after room. And I looked over at Kidra and I'm like, it keeps going.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. I've never seen a queue that long.
Yeah. I'd say if we weren't filming, it would probably take, if you were just nonstop walking, at least like 5 minutes, right?
And it's not like just boring rooms of switchbacks. Every room has like something cool to look at.
Yeah.
You want to film or photograph or whatever. Did you feel fully immersed in each of the realms, or was there a lot of noise and visual obstructions from other lands?
You felt fully immersed. You did not know there was another land,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, some people are complaining about there being sightline issues. I didn't notice anything.
I didn't notice anything.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's not something that really bothers me unless it's like
really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you can be in adventure. No, you can be in Frontierland and see Tomorrowland. Disneyland, the best part. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it's not something that I noticed, but I will say once you're in the lands, I did not notice any other land.
You want to answer this?
Sure. What did the flute and the Ministry of Magic smell like? It smelled like you were transporting to the Ministry. I don't think it had a smell.
Yeah, I don't think it had. It just smelled like a fog smell.
It smelled like HHN.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was like so cool. I've always wanted to do that. I mean, I think everybody's always wanted to do that. Ever since you first see Harry Potter, you're like, oh, I wish I could just transport wherever I want, and like you're able to do that. It's so cool.
You, I will say the trick with it is once you go through the Metro Flu, the hallway literally goes like right or left.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do it, if you're having like your significant other or whatever, your friend film you, you want to, after the thing goes up, you want to go out of sight. Because I remember I filmed you, and you were just still standing there.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering why
use it.
I was gonna say, I was wondering why he didn't use like the shot of me going
You need to
in.
look like you disappeared.
Oh.
To have, like,
I think I was just so excited that I like froze.
Yeah. Is it as small as Knott's Berry Farm? I don't think so.
I think it's bigger.
Yeah. Do you think Epic is plus size friendly? I can tell you I fit on every single attraction, no problem. Not even like, we need to push it down. Like, it seemed like they heard the criticisms. Like, I heard one of the team members there at the Harry Potter ride say, like, they heard the criticism, they made it bigger, more accessible for people. I don't know how.
I think the Yoshi ride still might be a little tight.
Yeah, I don't know how accessible that is, but I'm, around 250 pounds, and I fit on the Yoshi ride when we were in Japan, and I was heavier.
Check out our friends,
Theme Park Express.
Theme Park Express. We did a whole video about that.
Yeah. I think he had no problem fitting on all the rides, too. Right? Yeah.
We watched that video, but I don't remember.
I believe that's the case. Is Epic as big as DCA? I don't like all these questions because I don't know what the acreage. I don't know. I don't think it's as big as DCA, but I could.
It feels as big as DCA. Once you're in the lands.
I can tell you it doesn't feel small. Is what I'm telling you. When you're there, it doesn't feel small.
But it also doesn't feel so big that like it's annoying to walk through. At least for me. Maybe I was just so excited I was not annoyed that I had to walk.
Here's an interesting question from Kidder. Do you want them to build a new portal to a new world or expand upon what they already have with Potter or Dark Universe?
Both. I think Potter needs a second ride.
There's a weird area in Potter where once you go down that street, you turn right. There's not much to do, and it's because they were supposed to build a second ride there. It was never announced, but there's you can tell that there's supposed to be a second ride over there, and I hope that one day they build it. I will say my most anticipated world was Dark Universe, and I did really like it, but it
was the smallest.
It felt small, and I wish they can expand it. Give us like a Creature of the Black Lagoon boat ride. Give us like something more.
I will say, but I do think Harry Potter needs it the most because that's the only. I mean, I guess it has a show, but all the other lands have multiple rides, and that one only has one. But I do want to see. I'm just gonna put it out there. I want a Wicked portal. I want to go to Oz. I want to go to the Emerald City.
Oh, here's an answer for us. Jeff says DCA in Anaheim spans 72 acres. In comparison, Epic Universe covers 110.
Wow.
So it is bigger.
Yeah.
Who knew? I mean, I guess Jeff knew. But yeah, Kyle says trees will grow. But I'm just saying for the Celestial Park is a little bit
we can't
brutal,
complain
not
about that.
Orlando Sun.
Yeah.
I can complain.
I know, but it's like it's opening day. Like, of course the trees aren't going to be big yet.
I know. Jungle Cruiser, thank you so much. Says the animatronic and dragon characters were mind-blowing. I hope Disney knows the expectations for Walt will be higher now. Your thoughts?
Agreed.
Agreed.
They went hard with the animatronics. My only worry is that, like, especially with Dark Universe, if that ride ever breaks and like one of the animatronics stops working, that's gonna be awkward. So hopefully they have a way to like fix that.
Well, I saw a video already of the pre-show Victoria Frankenstein, right? Yes. That she wasn't working one day, and then like they do on like Rise of the Resistance, where it's a streaming kind of thing. Well, so I think they have.
They're smart enough to fix it.
Random Recess is here. Hey guys, do you think they're saving the Flying Dragons for opening day?
Hopefully. Or maybe that's part of like the nighttime show. We don't know.
Yeah, I think they want to save it for opening day, but I don't know. I mean, that's what these previews are for. So figuring things out.
56 acres. Wow. Okay, yeah, so it's twice as big as Knox.
Serenity, thank you so much. Serenity says, how crazy was the ride on Monsters Unchained? Any motion sickness? I'm excited, but a little scared that the ride seems like a must.
It does kind of cost me a little bit, but I honestly think that Forbidden Journey is worse because it has the screens. I think if anything, the ride that people are probably going to get motion sick on is the Ministry ride. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe I was just so excited. I didn't get motion sick, and I was really worried that I was going to. But I could see that being the ride that people get motion sick on.
Yeah, I think that's right. So the Ministry of Magic ride has the Kuka arm technology that was in Forbidden Journey, but it's not on the back. You know how it's like on the back of the thing? It's on the bottom. So because it's like that, it's not as, it shouldn't make as many people sick. Not to say it won't make you sick, but it shouldn't. And it also doesn't have the screens. Kitra gets sick with
the screens are what do it for me. So in Monsters Unchained, it was like 95% animatronics. The only screens were really like to tap them, so they make me sick.
Hold on. Trying to find a new. When will you guys do Disney Paris?
We have no plans, but we want to do it eventually.
We're waiting until like the construction.
I know we're kind of waiting, but like part of me is like we should go before. We should go before and after. We'll go eventually.
Do you know if the new Harry Potter and Dark Universe rides will have express queues and single rider lines?
I think Peter said earlier that ride doesn't have express for now. I don't know about single rider.
I think it has an express line, but I don't think it's going to be used.
Open. Yeah, in the beginning.
Single rider, I don't know.
I would assume
maybe someone in the chat can answer that one.
Yeah, we didn't notice. We'll look when we go back.
Do you know why no one has posted them riding the Ministry ride yet? Because we were lucky. We were literally some of the only people that have ridden it. A lot, like I think it's been like a couple, like maybe 100 people have ridden it.
Yeah, and also like we weren't allowed to film, so that's probably why.
Yeah. And so I don't think there's been enough people for someone to sneak video, but I think if you recorded that, you would not get a sense of what's going on.
Yeah, if you please, like if you watch a POV of that, just know that it's so much, like you need to see it in person.
Yeah.
Same with Monsters Unchained. Like, I've seen that POV floating around, and I'm just like, you need to do it in real life.
Will Epic have a nighttime spectacular? They have not announced anything, but we've seen like the fountains going, and it seems like it should have something.
I would love if they did some sort of like World of Color type show, or like a fireworks show or something.
If we currently do not have annual passes and purchase one, will it allow entry into Epic? If so, is there a 1-day restriction for the week?
No, we were able to buy multiple days.
Well, I think they're saying, will their annual passes get them into Epic?
So I think if you don't have an annual pass and you buy one now, you needed to have it before the tickets went on sale, from what I understand. But if you're staying at any of the Universal hotels, you have a chance of getting a ticket for Epic. You have to do it in person.
At the hotel, based on availability.
Yeah. So if
for the previews.
So once the previews start next week, I think they start on the 17th is the first day. If you are staying at a Universal hotel, and you go down to the front desk and you ask about buying tickets, depending on availability, you could probably get in. So you don't need to have an annual pass. But yeah, I was told that if you didn't already have the annual pass, if you buy one now.
Yeah. But I
don't know for sure. You could try.
But I think what they're saying, will the annual pass get them in? No, there's no annual pass that includes Epic.
Sorry, I misunderstood the question.
Yeah. Dean, our friend Dean's here. Do you want to read this?
Hey, y'all. Epic Each World is so immersive, so hard to pick a favorite on each world or ride. Next time you go, get the Butterbeer crate, best Butterbeer item. Hope to see you next time. Dean, we will make sure to come visit you when we go 100%. Next time. We didn't even.
We were in Super Nintendo for like 30 minutes.
I don't want to out on where Dean works in Epic, but we didn't go to your. We didn't go to your area. But we will make sure.
He appeared in Kevin's video.
We didn't go on Mario Kart because we didn't have time. But we'll come say hi to you next time for sure. And I cannot wait for the Butterbeer crepe.
Does the Helios Grand Hotel include express passes? I don't believe so.
No.
I loved you guys on Podcast The Ride.
Oh my God, thank you.
Thank you. We have listened to Podcast The Ride for I think 5-6 years now. We love them.
Yeah, they're our favorite podcasts for sure.
We were so nervous going on there. I hope our episode didn't suck.
Yeah, I didn't re-listen to it.
Yeah.
I tried and I just couldn't.
Need you and Nate paging Mr. Mario to collab
I know.
We're always like, I always feel like we should call up Nate like when we're in Orlando, but we're always like have like 3 days. And
we're always so busy. We never really get to see anyone.
Yeah.
Except for Kevin because he always picks us up from the airport.
Hold on. I'm trying to catch up on questions here.
Yeah, don't worry. If you send a super chat, we'll get to it. I'm sorry, we're a little behind.
Can you walk between lands without going through the portals? No.
You cannot.
Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Is Monsters Unchained okay for someone who does not like roller coasters? Are there any stomach drop moments? I don't particularly enjoy roller coasters. They make me physically ill, and I was able to do Monsters. There's no drop moments, but it does. If you've ever been on Forbidden Journey, it's kind of like that, where you're in this like mechanism that kind of like moves a lot, but it's not too fast, but you kind of like go up and like
back.
You're like facing like on your back and you kind of go down, you go over, but it's not like too intense.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's not like fast and like loops like a roller coaster.
But that's why I think Ministry of Magic will be a little bit more intense because it has like the drops and stuff.
It has a lot more like sporadic drops.
Off the Trio Path, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Our friend Adrian says the Sightline talk is getting old. I agree. 100%.
You said that like 30 minutes
ago. Amy, thank you so much. Your work brings me joy. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for watching. I have to like pinch myself that like, I don't know. You guys are just awesome for watching and I just feel so blessed.
Allie says that she saw a carrot cake candle at Bath and Body Works.
Oh my God, really?
Kidder, you got to check that out. I
think I saw that and I sent it to him and he's like, I don't want my house smelling like carrot cake.
Why not? I
was like, Kidder, come on.
Kidder's always like
he's so
picky.
He's so picky about the carrot cake that it's got to be just right.
Do you think Epic will take attendance more from Universal and Islands of Adventure or Disney World?
I don't know.
I think people are going to book vacations to Universal that never booked vacations to Universal.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's going to take away, but I mean, only time will tell.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a busy summer.
Oh, Theme Park Express says they modified the restraints on Yoshi to only need to come down a little. Very different from Japan.
Oh, we saw
yeah,
that.
I remember.
I was going to say
that.
we watched your video. I don't know why I forgot that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because when we went on in Japan, like we barely fit in it, and it was like super uncomfortable.
Mad Action, thank you so much. I love the channel. Going next week to Epic. What drinks and foods are your favorite? We didn't really get it.
Yeah,
we went to the eat at the Oak and Star Tavern, and I loved all the food we had there. I didn't get to have the brisket, but everybody was talking about the brisket.
But I will say
the what is that? Baked beans with the burnt ends were so good, and they had this mango cornbread and the mac and cheese.
I will say we do have things that we're excited to try.
Yeah.
We're excited to try the mac and cheese bread cones in the Isle of Burke. We're excited to try the cinnamon bread in Dark Universe and the garlic pretzel bread is it pretzel bread in Dark Universe?
I think so.
And we're excited to try the butterbeer crepe. And
we have a whole list.
Well,
we have not tried any of it. So
those are the things we're excited to try.
Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Kitra, are you going to adopt a baby dragon next time? They look so cute. I just might.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. You could adopt a little baby dragon plush. Are they like a mystery, or do you know which one you're getting?
I don't know, actually. If you could only pick one of the new lands to visit, which one?
I don't know. We've only been one time, so I don't.
I came out of it not expecting to love this land the most, but the Isle of Burke, How to Train Your Dragon Land, is the best. It has, first of all, it has 3 different rides. It has a show. It has walk around dragons. Has walk around Vikings. Has Toothless. There's just so much going on. I feel like that is the coolest land.
See, I don't know which one is my favorite. Like, I really liked the Wizarding World. And it's so ironic because I don't like the Fantastic Beasts movies. Like, I actively dislike them. Like, I like the creatures and stuff, but I just didn't enjoy the movies. But like that, for some reason, that land was my favorite. So I'm like, I need to rewatch all the movies.
Off topic, but when a Knott's video Sunday.
Yeah, we have a new Knott's video. We filmed it a few weeks ago, but it's finally coming out this weekend.
Like a week ago.
Yeah.
Nicole says, hey guys, how accessible did the rides seem? I want to visit the park, but I worry that I use a wheelchair, how much I would have to miss out on. I mean, it's a new park, so I think everything is like ADA. Like they have elevators when you can't, there's stair. Like I don't know. I don't know for 100% sure.
Out. Yeah, we didn't really notice that just because we were moving so fast. But I would assume, since it's a brand new park, that everything would be accessible.
Yeah. I don't think you'll have issues, but we also don't know. So I don't want to say for sure. If they were able to open a Wicked Land, how do you think they would do that? Do you think they would?
Yes. I would love, I could already like imagine.
Well, the question is it going to be Emerald City, or is it going to be Shiz, or is it going to be both?
We've had this debate. Peter's like, you got to put Shiz in there. I think you could have both.
I think you do have both, and then you have the train take you to the Emerald City, and it'd be like Hogwarts Express.
Oh, wow, that'd be a big portal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the train doesn't actually have to move. You just get in on it. I could already
like envision the portal. It would be like green, like emerald.
It would be awesome.
Can you imagine like Glenda like floating down in a bubble?
When I saw that movie, the whole time I was like, this needs to be a theme park.
The whole time we're like, this needs to be a theme park ASAP.
Will we be in Japan next week for Celebration? Unfortunately not.
We won't.
Have fun. I'm sorry that we're not going to be there.
No. All of our friends are there. I can't wait to see like all the videos and stuff from Celebration.
Most of the animatronics are pretty lifeless, and the baby dragon is just the Boston. You have not seen it in person. It was both of those things are the most impressive things I've seen by far. Like You can be like, it's just a Boston Dynamics dog, but no, there's a puppeteer that's actually like puppeteering the expression.
Let's be real. Even the Boston Dynamics dog is impressive.
Yeah.
Like seeing one of those in real life, I never thought I'd have the opportunity to see it in person.
But
you
even
know?
that doesn't like do the like
yeah,
the
but like you
facial
don't
and
know.
the eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really moves, which is crazy.
Will you go for a Halloween special in Dark Universe? I'd love to spend Halloween in Dark Universe.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll make it extra spooky for Halloween time.
Do you think it'll be better during the day or at night?
I cannot wait to see it at night. Let me tell you, and I'm a little sad because when we're going next week, I think the parks open a little bit later, but the sun doesn't go down until 8, and I think the parks are open at 9. So we're only going to have like 30 minutes of darkness. But hey, it's better than nothing.
Our friend's Random Recess says, is Stardust Racers really more thrilling than Velocicoaster? Kitra did not go on it. I did. I will tell you, when I got off, I said to her, I was like, you would have probably not.
I was like, thank God you didn't go on it. I was like, yep. I'll go on it eventually, just not.
Here's my take on it. It's more extreme than Velocicoaster. I felt like more like, this is like pushing the boundary of what I can handle.
Oh, wow.
But I think I enjoyed Velocicoaster a lot more.
Oh, interesting.
It's more themed. Like there's more like that top hat moment, the Mosasaurus roll. Like here, the cool moment is the celestial spin. It's the point where like the two cars like go over each other. But I think there's more cool stuff in Velocicoaster. Both are awesome. I think if you are a coaster fanatic, you're gonna love this. But for me, as someone who likes like themed immersive experiences, the hiccuped wing gliders is by far a much better coaster.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
For me, I love it.
That's just his opinion.
Yeah, she didn't get to go on that. I think when Kitra goes on that ride, I think it'll be your favorite coaster of all time.
I'm gonna go on it next week when we go. The only reason I didn't go on it is just like I was like feeling very dehydrated and like hot and like not the greatest, and I just didn't want to chance not feeling good for the rest of the day, so I opted out. But I'm gonna go on it next time for sure.
Were you disappointed to see so many screens? Do you think they'll stand to what screen? Like, there's screens on Minister of Magic, but they're so well integrated into the practical elements that I literally couldn't tell where the practical ended and the screens began.
No, I think Universal has heard the complaints about the screens.
But what other rides? Like, there's Dark Universe. The Monsters Unchained has screens as backdrops.
Screens, yeah.
I don't think there's really screens in there.
Yeah, I think. Well, I was gonna say I think Universal has heard the complaints of people like are kind of over the screen rides, so I think they really like took their time to develop some rides that don't incorporate this. You rely on the screens as much anymore, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Dust.
We just need a boat ride. We just need a dark boat ride.
I have a boat ride.
Listen.
We didn't go on it.
Okay, well that's like one where you get wet. I'm talking. Let me out. I want a boat ride in the Wizarding World. This is what the second ride could be. Universal, if you're watching this, you don't even royalties. You could just take this idea and
The only time they go on a boat in the Wizarding World is when they go to Hogwarts.
Okay. Doesn't matter. I want you to be on a boat, and I want to see all the creatures.
Kitra just wants a boat ride with creatures. She's been pitching us for Galaxy's Edge for like years.
Any land and any theme park in the world, I just want a freaking boat with creatures. That's all I want. But the Wizarding World, all the rides are scary. I just want like a fun, charming ride where nothing scary happens and you're just like, you smell butterbeer and you see creatures and like there's like
smell butterbeer.
Right? That's all I want. I don't want like Dementors
I just want
and like Death Eaters and like.
But she is right. Why is every Harry Potter ride scary?
They're all scary.
Why can't we just have a fun magical ride?
Yeah. Well, Dean says fly to the Hippogriff. I guess that's not scary, but that's a roller coaster. I don't want a thrill. I just want a steady boat ride where nothing too scary happens. I don't even want to drop. I just want a boat ride, like Living with the Land. There you go. It's like Living with the Land, but it's all like the Wizarding World, like plants that you'd make potions with.
Do any of the rides use 3D glasses?
No.
The only one is Mario Kart has like AR glasses, but it's not 3D glasses. But I don't think it's a big deal. I was so happy to realize the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah. Yeah, we went on Gringotts a few days later, and I was like, I love that ride, but I was annoyed that I had to wear 3D glasses.
In your opinion, what is the coolest Dark Universe merch? For me, the Burning Blade Tavern is the coolest place in Dark Universe, and they have a bunch of different like merch for that. They have like this hoodie that actually has like a bottle opener built into the hoodie.
Oh, that's so funny.
And also there's a vinyl of Danny Elfman's score for Dark Universe. Like he did the whole score for the land. I want that. We don't even, we have a record player. But yeah, that's what I would say. What did you say?
I don't know. We didn't get to look at enough. So I don't.
You were talking about those like little vinyl things, right?
Oh, in Dark Universe?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have some new like collectible like little figures, which are pretty cute. There's a lot of good How to Train Your Dragon merch, and I think all the merch in Nintendo is awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't really get to look at the Wizarding World merch that much. We saw some of like the candy, which I want to try.
Can you rank the worlds in Epic Universe from your most favorite?
Oh my god, no.
Oh,
They're
no.
all so good. I can't wait. It's too early. I can't do that yet.
Well, I will
we
do
would
it
have
for you.
different answers.
My number 1 is How to Train Your Dragons. My number 2.
See, you can't do it because I know you liked Wizarding World.
My number 2 is probably Wizarding World. Number 3, Dark Universe. Number 4, Super Nintendo World. And I think it's only number 4 because we have a Super Nintendo World here. And if we didn't have it here, then it would be number 2.
It would probably be number 1.
Yeah. But I think for many people, that might be their favorite. I feel like when I go to Walt Disney World, we don't spend much time in Galaxy's Edge over there because we got Galaxy's Edge over here. So it's like...
Dean says, poor Celestial, but didn't give me love. It's a world.
And Celestial would have been my place too.
Yeah.
What about you? Or you're not going to do it?
I can't do it. Because I really liked Wizarding World. But then I also really liked How to Train Your Dragon too. So I don't know.
Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Do you think on a busy day it'll feel overcrowded, or was there enough room for people to move around?
There's a lot of room.
There's a lot of space.
I don't know how many people are going to pack in there.
Yeah, but there also didn't seem to be a lot of benches, so that's my only worry. Is on like a really crowded day, like hopefully there's enough places to sit.
And thank you for that. I want to say thank you to Diva for the super chat. Someone does say that Ministry does have a single rider queue built in.
Okay, that's good.
So good to know.
Catch me on that opening day.
You're gonna go without me?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Who cares?
I'm confused why they did 2 main rides with similar ride systems and that aren't. Well, that's the only ride in that park with the Kuka arm.
Yeah, the Ministry ride is totally different.
Yeah, and it feels different than Forbidden Journey in my mind. Feels way different. Were you able to see any of the nighttime entertainment vibes? We did not. We were not in there during the nighttime, unfortunately. Keith, thank you so much. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah, this is more of a general universal question. Does the VIP experience feel rushed? How does the 4 hours single park versus 7 hour 2 experience differ? So we've only done the VIP tour in Hollywood. And then we've done it during HHN, and then we did it this time for Epic. But
this time was like a different thing for media, so I don't think we can judge.
So we're not really sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would feel rushed. I think they get you wherever you need to go.
I think VIP tour is all about people that want to do rides. So if you want to get on all the rides and you want to get on them fast, if you're more like us, where you're about the vibes and you like want to like explore and like do the wand stuff, whatever, you're going to want to buy a day that you can do that stuff. But if you want to get all the rides done, I think, my opinion. Sorry, I'm looking here. What are you looking forward to the most when you go back to Epic Universe?
Trying all the food. Being in some of the lands more. I think the land that we spend the most time in was the Isle of Berk. So I'm excited to spend more time in Dark Universe, spend more time in Nintendo, more time in Celestial Park. What about you?
Food is
Yeah.
number one priority. There's so much food that looks good there.
Because if the food is good at this park, it's going to be a game changer. If the food is not good,
Did we see Tim at Epic Universe? We did. I think I raced him on Stardust Racers.
Oh, really? That's so fun.
We won.
Oh,
I told him, I yelled across the way. I'm like, Tim, taking you down. But yeah, we saw him a couple times.
That's
but
funny.
we were both kind of like, we were in different groups, so we didn't really get a chance to like hang out that much. Do you want to read this one? Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, you two, love the epic video. We are going Easter Sunday to film because we got an AP preview. Wait, when's Easter Sunday? Is that coming up?
I don't know.
Is that next weekend?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. I'm so excited for you. You're going to have so much fun. Wait, now I'm curious. When's Easter?
I don't know. John says, where did you get the sweet Back to the Future jacket? I think you're talking about this. It's a Spirit jersey. I got it at Universal at the theme park.
Yeah, I love that Spirit jersey. Oh yeah, it is next weekend.
Do you have a favorite walk around character that you interacted with?
We didn't really get to see that many walk around characters.
We didn't see any in Dark Universe,
yeah, which I was kind of sad about.
But is Toothless a walk around character?
Are the baby dragons a walk around character?
That would be my question. My question to you. Although all the Vikings were cool.
I will say I do really want to meet Donkey Kong. That was the one that I was a little sad that we didn't get to see.
Yeah. Someone says, make sure you tell them you want the butterbeer crepe warmed up.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. I'm going to have to try that tip.
Pro tip. They serve it to you cold? Interesting.
Ninja, thank you so much, says, we appreciate your content and watch you all the time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Again, like we said, we wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for you guys. And we are very appreciative.
Yeah, the fact that you guys watch is just, I still can't believe it.
Yeah. Sorry, a lot of the same questions are being asked. Why is Siri listening to me? Do all the major rides use lockers? I don't know that, but all the roller coasters definitely have lockers, and then there's like, I think Ministry has a locker. Like anything that would be dangerous to have, it has lockers.
Yeah. Someone asked about my pop socket. It's Chippendale. I got it from popsocket.com, and it's magnetic.
Yeah. I feel like Jessica should be answering all these questions. I don't know.
We should have invited her on the live stream.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think she's probably allowed to, but I feel like I don't know. We don't know the answers to all these questions.
I'm so sorry, guys. When we go next week, we're gonna try to spend as much time as possible in the parks and see as much as we can.
Thank you so much to Socks. It says, do you think they will add more Nintendo IPs like Legend of Zelda or Pokemon?
So.
I know.
I want Animal Crossing.
I know a lot of people are noticing that there's a Nintendo store and there's like a stained glass thing of Zelda and Link. So a lot of people are like theorizing.
If we got a Zelda Land, I wouldn't be mad at it. But I think any more Nintendo Land will be awesome. I really want Animal Crossing. I don't think that'll ever happen. Like maybe in Japan.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
Your photography is so gorgeous. One day I would love the video showing your behind the scenes.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
That's all him.
I will say it was really challenging to get a video that captured like the cinematic nature of Epic Universe on this day because we were running.
Well, you did a good job.
Well, thank you. You did a good. Well, we both did a good job editing this one. This one we both edited.
Yeah, Peter helped me this time. Thank God. We would have not gotten it out on time.
Yeah. Do you want to read? Thank you so much, Allie. Do you want to read this?
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's a superstar. Well,
thank you. So cute.
Okay, instead, read this one from Timmy. Thank you, Timmy.
Oh, I hope no one content created weren't invited. Don't use your footage without permission again. Oh, are people
using footage without permission?
Unfortunately, that's something that we can't really control.
I see that more on shorts. Like,
yeah.
I know our friend Kevin just had like this viral short, and like I've seen it on like Threads and Instagram.
Same with Patrick.
Patrick Dougal. Yeah, he had a bunch that were like viral, and like people are stealing them.
Yeah.
So I
wish there was a way to like prevent that, but unfortunately, it is what it is.
I don't think anybody's used our footage without permission. I think
They might have. Who knows?
I don't know.
The internet's a big place.
Yeah. Bethany, thank you so much. Says I love you guys so much. You make my days brighter.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Trying to catch up.
You got this. You got this.
Did I hear Universal buy Epcot? You did not hear that. That's not true. Definitely not true. With the escalator portal into Super Nintendo. Whoa. Why is it not going? With the escalator portal into Super Mario, how does that work for strollers and wheelchairs?
I think they have
an elevator.
Yeah. As well. I will say I did like that portal, like the escalator. Peter didn't like it. I thought it was cool.
I don't dislike it. It just feels like it's like a man-made, like a human.
I loved it. I thought it was
thing in the Mario world, and I feel like it doesn't. I don't know.
I thought it was cool.
It was a cool experience going up
because it was like such a good reveal.
Yeah. Al Burke seems like the sleeper hit. Everyone who has gone says it's great. Yeah, it surprised everybody, I think.
Yeah, even if I highly suggest watching those movies because they're amazing. But even if you've never seen
star footage without permission, I think
they might have. Who knows?
I don't know.
The internet's a big place.
Yeah. Bethany, thank you so much. Says I love you guys so much. You make my days brighter.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Trying to catch up.
You got this. You got this.
Did I hear Universal buy Epcot? You did not hear that. That's not true. Definitely not true. With the escalator portal into Super Nintendo. Whoa. Why is it not going? With the escalator portal into Super Mario, how does that work for strollers and wheelchairs?
I think they have
an elevator.
Yeah. As well. I will say I did like that portal, like the escalator. Peter didn't like it. I thought it was cool.
I don't dislike it. It just feels like it's like a man-made, like a human.
I loved it. I thought it was genius
in the Mario world, and I feel like it doesn't. I don't know.
I thought it was cool.
It was a cool experience going up.
So it was like such a good reveal.
Yeah. Al Burke seems like the sleeper hit. Everyone who has gone says it's great. Yeah, it surprised everybody, I think.
Yeah, even if I highly suggest watching those movies because they're amazing. But even if you've never seen the movies, that land is awesome.
Adrian says there's a ground level entrance / exit up the right of the portal entrance just as you enter. So there you go. That's how you get there. Could you spend the whole day in Burke?
Probably.
We probably will.
Yeah.
I think most people probably won't spend the whole day in one land, but we probably will for content purposes in filming like a whole.
Honestly,
tour.
Those are some of my favorite videos. Like whenever we spend a whole day in Avengers Campus or a whole day in Galaxy's Edge or whatever, like I love that because it makes like you really realize how amazing those lands are.
Yeah. Jose, thank you so much. Any thoughts on Universal Great Britain?
Ooh, excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. They haven't officially announced or did they announce what the areas
BBC reported some stuff, but I'm not sure if that's accurate.
Are speculating.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see once they announce more details.
Did you guys stay at Terra Luna? What was the experience like? We're staying there in June. We liked it.
We did stay at Terra Luna. I will say out of all the Universal hotels, it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't bad.
I like the modern space design of it.
The outside is so cool.
The cafeteria is cool. I think I like Dockside better because it's cheaper and it has stuff that Terra Luna didn't have a desk in the room.
Didn't have a Starbucks.
It doesn't have a Starbucks. I feel like I like Dockside more.
Yeah. But it wasn't bad. We're going to stay at Stella Nova next time.
Do you think Epic will be open late? I hope so because it looks so amazing.
But Universal doesn't really stay open that late, so who knows?
Are you guys going on Star of the Seas? Yes.
Yes, we are.
One of the sailings. We have it booked. Reza says he hopes the next portal is for Jason Bourne universe. What would even that be?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Reza. I'm not sure about that idea.
See, I want Wicked. I want Lord of the Rings. Those are the two I would really love.
Dustin says, did you guys go on the carousel? We didn't.
No.
I've seen video of it, and like it was
looks so
cool, much cooler than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be a normal carousel, but you get on it and like you go up like it looks like 6 feet up in the air.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it looks insane. I could be wrong. I don't.
Oh, I'm excited to go on that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll rope drop that.
Hold on, I'm trying to catch up here. What's better, the Dragon Epic Universe or the Duckling Droid?
Honestly, Toothless.
Toothless, but okay. What if you're comparing the night lights versus the Duckling Droids? I don't know. I don't know what to say there.
I think they're both great.
The thing I like about the Duckling Droids is, at least right now, the nightlight kind of just stays in the corner and you can't kind of go near it. The Duckling Droids, they walk through Galaxy's Edge and like you can like get up close to them and stuff. So I think that's cool.
Don't make me choose.
Yeah. I would assume they would use the same ride mechanics from Forbidden Journey if they made a Wicked ride.
I don't know what the ride for Wicked would be.
Yeah, I don't know either. I do know that like
it would probably be a coaster.
One of the rides would be like some kind of flat ride because like you know that library where the things spin. I feel like that would be like one of those kind of cool spinning.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I mean you wouldn't do it because it spins.
No, maybe. Who knows?
The inner city is closed.
If you were coming from overseas for the first time to Orlando and not likely to return, how many days would you spend in each Universal park? What would you say? I'm gonna put on the AC. It's getting hot in here with the lights.
I would say maybe 5 days total.
Well, it depends. Do you want to go to Volcano Bay?
Oh, shoot.
If you want to go to Volcano Bay, I would say 1 day in each of the other parks. That 3 legacy parks. So 3 days for the legacy parks, and then 2 days for Epic. So I'd say 5 days total.
I would say definitely go to Volcano Bay. Universal doesn't have the rights to Lord of the Rings. Oh, really? Dang it. I could buy them.
This is a good point from Jacob. I think Stardust has to be at a night experience to be judged fairly against Velocicoaster. It will look so cool at night because like the tracks aren't lit up. It's only the car. Yeah. So it's going to look like a shooting comp.
I can't wait to see that thing.
I think that would be cool.
You'll have to go on it and report back.
Why me?
Because you have fun on that.
Yeah, Theme Park Express says that the screens in the Ministry ride are so high definition that they don't look like your typical screens that people are used to. They're like, they look great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. It's like I've not seen anything like it before. Rise of the Resistance has a ton of screens as backdrops and is still one of the greatest rides of all time. It's all about implementation. Glad to hear the rides past your test.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are some screens on that ride.
Yeah.
But Ministry is just different. And Monsters, you'll have to see.
Do you want to answer this one?
Sure. Did Monsters Unchained have any jump scares? So we didn't go through the normal line, so I'm not sure about in the queue. I heard that there might be a jump scare in the queue.
Yeah.
But in the ride itself, there was definitely some surprising moments, but nothing really like scared me. It was more like just fun.
Yeah. Do you think Epic Universe is worth traveling to?
Yes.
I feel like I wouldn't.
There's nothing in the world like it.
Yes, but I feel like I wouldn't plan a trip just for Epic Universe, but I think Universal Orlando is worth traveling to. And Epic Universe being a part of that.
Especially if you've never been in Nintendo World.
Yeah. Isabella, thank you so much. Says 1 day Epic trip. What should we prioritize with Express?
Monsters Unchained.
Monsters Unchained, 100%. That's your number one priority. I'd probably say stay at a Universal Hotel, rope drop either Donkey Kong or Ministry.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that done without waiting 7 hours in a line. What else? What else should she prioritize?
Well, there's not many more rides because you said there was no Express for
Donkey Kong. For you, because you don't do roller coasters, but I think like Stardust Racers is going to be very popular. Mm-hmm. So if you like roller coasters, prioritize that.
Yeah.
I would say the Hiccups wing gliders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make sure to save time to do all the shows too.
100%. Jan says thank you, and we say thank you back to you.
Thank you, Jan.
Did you spend time in Donkey Kong Land? We had 30 minutes, and we
did
basically
not
rode the
spend
ride.
enough time. Barely got to see anything.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Would you recommend Epic for someone who has never been to Universal?
Yes.
Before? Yes.
It's a good place to start.
I mean, as long as you like any of those properties, I think you'll have a fun time.
Yeah.
And even if you don't, you could go to Ministry of Magic, the Wizarding World Paris, not have seen the Fantastic Beasts movies, not even seen Harry Potter, and you could still love it. It's the same way as Galaxy's Edge. I feel like you can still love and explore and find things to love about that land without being a Star Wars fan.
Totally.
Your tour was a media tour, not a traditional pace. Correct. Or that's from Jessica. Yes. Yeah. So I don't know what the typical pace is. I don't know what that entails. Did Hiccup agree that Pixel looks like Toothless?
He did. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's undeniable.
Thank you so much, Rosses. Thanks for answering my question.
Oh,
Love
you're
the channel.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for asking a question.
Yeah.
I love that you guys are being so interactive and asking so many questions. Hopefully we've had helpful answers.
Yeah. Is it true that they're opening a Creature of the Black Lagoon boat ride? They have not announced anything. They're not building anything. I would love that.
Give it to me. I would love it.
Pixel needs a dragon theme song. Are we going to FanFest nights? We are in Universal in Hollywood.
That's coming up pretty soon. And we're actually getting a sneak peek really soon that I think we're going to be able to film.
Yeah. Dean says he ate at Toadstool, at the Meat Hall, and Oakenstar, at all three places were killers.
Nice. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Toadstool. We love Toadstool.
Right down Main Street has a food video. We saw it. It's good. I want to see more food.
I was mad that she didn't try the cinnamon bread.
Yeah. What the heck, Kristen? What the heck?
Kimberly says, Kitra, will you be getting on the rides you didn't get on last time? Sorry, I saw you keep asking that question. I think so. I don't know about Stardust Racers, but I think I'm going to go on the How to Train Your Dragon coaster. Maybe the Werewolf coaster. I don't know.
How kid-friendly is Epic? Which would you recommend for a first-timer?
Out of the Universal parks, I think it's probably the most kid-friendly because you have How to Train Your Dragon and Nintendo. Right?
I don't know. I don't think like a... Because Islands of Adventure has... Seuss. I mean, it depends on how old your kids are.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how old your kid. But there was a whole land where the like a playground in How to Train Your Dragon that we really didn't get to look at.
That boat ride looks cool. The coaster, I feel like, is going to be like...
There's lots of shows you could go sit down and watch.
Yeah.
Right? I guess all the other rides are kind of intense and the kid wouldn't be able to go on them.
I'm wondering how intense Dragon Racers Rally is. Does your stomach drop? We didn't get to go on it, so I do not know.
We're going to definitely... That was one that I was kind of sad. I'm going to do that when we go next time.
Do you travel with an extra pair of glasses in case you come off during a ride, which happens, Christopher? I do not. I have sunglasses.
I actually do.
Now. You do?
Yeah. Ever since that happened to Chris.
Devil says, are you guys going to FanFest or for the Back to the Future? Yes, we will be there.
So excited.
I'm very excited. Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time, so I'm psyched for that. You couldn't?
No.
Do we have any cruises booked for the next year? We're excited about Star of the Seas and Disney Adventure. Mm-hmm. We did have Disney Destiny booked, but we are canceling it.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that one next year.
Sorry, I'm trying to look for questions here. Digging through the comments.
You got this.
Do you think any of these worlds will feel empty when the parks open up and the public, since it seems to be 2 rides? I think it's going to feel busy. I don't think any of them are going to feel empty because there's going to be lots of people.
No, I think there's so much to do that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see though.
Hold on. They need to open an Animal Crossing cafe or something.
I know.
Kitra would love that.
I would lose my mind. I would absolutely not recover if they did any sort of Animal Crossing.
Dean, I'm not going to read this one out loud because it might be a spoiler for some people, but I did see it and it was very cool. A construction update on our place. Things are going along smoothly. We are I want to say 90% done.
I think they're 90% done. Yeah, so that'll be exciting.
How is Disney going to compete? Is this going to push the 5th gate? I don't think we're going to get a 5th gate, but I think this coming out is going to push Disney to do more, and the people that are going to win is going to be us.
Yeah.
We're going to be the winners.
Fans are going to win.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make another park. I would love if they did. Can you imagine? But I think they're just going to do the plans that they've announced. Hopefully they even do that.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Jay says, me and my dad love your videos. Sorry if this was already asked, but is Epic Universe worth traveling to? Depends on how far you're traveling from, but I would say if you're planning a trip to Orlando, add it to your list.
Yeah, I'd spend 1 or 2 days there if you're going to Orlando.
Just because it's, it's the latest, greatest thing, and it is so just unlike any other theme park in the area, in my opinion.
Magic City Adventures, thank you so much. Did you guys see Adam the Woo there? We did not. Adam is still not allowed at the Universal Parks. Hope that one day that changes. Over in Orlando, he's allowed over here in Hollywood. And I think he was out of town when we were there.
Oh, was he?
Now he's in Korea or something.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to go to Japan.
The portal to Wicked Land should be a tornado.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
The screen in the inside should be like a tornado.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I love that.
There could be I just had an idea. There could be a hot air balloon ride where you go up in the hot air balloon.
Yeah. Well, when they were doing
that would be cool.
Oz the Great and Powerful, that was a Disney movie that had Robert Downey Jr. as Oz. Mm-hmm. I visited the set and they told us on set that the Imagineers had visited the set and they wanted to make a ride based on the balloon thing. Yeah. But that movie was not successful, so that never happened.
Yeah. Or a ride where you get sucked up into a tornado and then you land in Munchkinland.
What is our favorite hotel near Universal and Disney World?
So the hotel that we always stay at is Dockside at Universal. That's our ride or die. I'd say we stay there almost every single time we go to Orlando.
I think it's that because it's just such a great value, especially with our annual passes. We can usually get a night there for $70 a night.
It's cheap. It's reliable. They always have a room available. And honestly, it's great. Yeah. We love it.
But if you wanted to do a resort, you wanted to be at a resort, I would think one of the deluxe Disney resorts, Animal Kingdom, that's kind of off in the corner. If you want to
ball out and do something bougie.
Yeah, which one would you pick?
I mean, there's so many that we haven't even stayed at.
I like the Boardwalk.
I would pick the Polynesian, even though we've never stayed there. Yeah. But yeah, somewhere, one of the ones close to Epcot or Animal Kingdom is awesome. Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Bethany, thank you so much.
The cabins at Fort Wilderness were amazing.
Does Toothless make the same sounds in the movie? Yes.
He's just a little guy.
How is getting from the hotel to the park? Well, if you stay at Helios, you can literally walk into the park from the hotel.
Yeah.
But we were bussed in on a special media bus. So I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah.
It's not far though. You can literally see it out your window. So I'm sure it's very short bus ride.
Someone says that was James Franco, not Robert Downey Jr. LOL.
Yes.
I was like
James
thinking
Franco.
that when you said that, I was like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't Robert
It
Downey.
was, it was written for Robert Downey Jr. and then James Franco did it. Yes.
I've never seen that movie. Unlimited.
When does it open to the public? May 22nd.
May 22nd is opening day.
And I think opening day is sold out.
Wow. May 22nd is going to be here so soon. It's going to be so hot.
If we're going to compare Epic to Disney, wouldn't it be most accurate to compare it to something like Fantasy Springs? Well, Fantasy Springs is only 4 rides? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is like 11 rides, 2 shows. It's much bigger. It's hard to compare.
I mean, Fantasy Springs would be like one of the portals, maybe.
Yeah, it's like one of the portals. Yeah. It's that level of theming, though. Like, every world inside Epic Universe is the level of theming that you've come to expect from, like, Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. Like, all the, like, the Harry, like, Pandora, Galaxy of Edge. It's like, they went hard. Yeah. CNET ruined the magic of the baby dragon for me by explaining what's under the cute exterior.
It shouldn't ruin it for you because I knew too, but it's still, when you see it in person, you'll be excited.
I think when you're there in person, like when I grew up, I used to watch like this special called Movie Magic. It was on every week on TV, and it would show you how like the movies were made. When I saw those movies, it didn't ruin the magic seeing like Christopher Reeves on a green screen set and then seeing how they made him fly. Like when you're in the movie and you're in the moment, you believe. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when you see these characters in real life, you emotionally believe that they're real dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the dragons flying, the drones.
Out of all the portals, wait, I just lost it. I don't know where that was. How is the drops in Battle of the Ministry?
Not that bad. I was worried, but they're not that bad.
Yeah.
They're not like big drops like Tower of Terror. They're just like kind of like movement like all over the place.
Yeah. Holden Price, thank you so much. Says my boyfriend and I are huge fans and I love watching your videos. If you could add one ride to How to Train Your Dragon Land,
oh my gosh,
what would you add? I mean, I would add a cute boat ride where you see the dragon.
You stole my answer, you thief.
You didn't say it out loud.
I mean, obviously a ride that you're like riding on a dragon, right?
Oh, so kind of like a Flight of Passage,
or like the ET ride.
Oh, I would like to have a dark ride though. I don't know what that would be.
Yeah, like the ET ride.
Yeah,
where you're just on a dragon.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind something like Flight of Passage.
Oh no, this one's hard. How would you rank the 7 major parks in Orlando? We can't do that.
Don't make me do it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know.
It's so hard.
I don't know. I will say that people keep on trying to compare Epic Universe against other theme parks. And I see a lot of people being like, Epic Universe is the best theme park of all time. And I think it's not fair to compare Epic Universe to, for example, our favorite park of all time is probably Disneyland.
Yeah, 100%.
And Disneyland.
Or Disney Sea in Tokyo.
Disneyland's had how many years?
70.
70 years of expansions and stuff. Disneyland opened with 11 rides. 11 rides. 11 rides? I think 11 rides. Just like Epic Universe. The 11 rides the Epic Universe opened with are much better than the 11 rides Disneyland opened with. But I think it's unfair to compare a park that like a Disneyland that has like 30 rides to Epic Universe, which is a new park that only has 11. Like, are the rides, I think if you gave a grade to every single ride in Epic Universe and every single world in Epic Universe, and you average that out, it would have a better average than any theme park in the world, including Tokyo Disney Sea. Does that mean that Epic Universe is a better theme park than Tokyo Disney Sea? I would say no.
It depends on what kind of ride you like. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot of roller coasters at Epic Universe.
Yeah.
But even me, someone who doesn't enjoy going on roller coasters, I still love that park because there's so much theming.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, people need to realize that this is an opening day park. And in the next 10, 20 years, they're going to get expansion. They're already working on stuff for expansion.
It's just going to get bigger and better.
Yeah. So it's like, it's hard to compare that against a park that's been there for 30 years, 70 years. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what? What's up?
Nothing.
Is there anything at Epic that you could see coming to Universal Studios Hollywood in the future in some way, shape, or form?
I think a lot of people are hoping that Dark Universe.
That would be awesome because Hollywood is the birthplace of the Universal monsters.
So I think if we got like if we got Monsters Unchained, that would be cool.
Does Helios give early entry? I believe it gives early entry after it opens on May 22nd. Thank you so much to Ronnie. Says, who's Hunter Schafer?
I don't know.
But
I'll take it.
Sure. Are you guys going to do a video on the monster makeup experience? I think we will.
Oh, are we?
Probably. You got your makeup done on Star Cruiser. We got to see how it compares.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be funny if you got like the same makeup artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. The streetmosphere in the world is top notch and helps you do more of the. Yes, there's like going in the Wizarding World and having like there's students from 3 different Wizarding schools. There's an aura from the French Ministry. There's like just you run into characters, the Vikings and Isle of Bark. There's like you could really spend a whole day in Ministry of Magic like doing the wand stuff and everything. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Happy Friday. Yes. TGIF. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thanks you,
for
Video
hanging out
Sound.
with us. I realize that also it's like Coachella weekend. So like, thanks for choosing us over Coachella. And if you have both playing at the same time, I don't blame you.
To do Epic in one day, how much time for Portal do you reckon? I can't imagine doing it in one day, to be honest.
Well, if the park is only open 10 hours, I can't do math, but spend like 2 hours in each portal.
Kidder says to Jessica Hall, you are amazing with all your information for each land. Really made the video so much more insightful. And she had so much more that we just didn't. We had to cut the video down to like an hour. But like she had like spiels in every single land and every single ride. And like if we said anything interesting about like the rides, maybe it was probably us stealing it from her.
We just
repeated what she said.
Stole the information she told us.
Yeah, we just stole everything she said. Sorry, I'm getting behind here. What is the best theme park in Florida? I don't know.
I don't know. Obviously, like the Peppa Pig park.
Bernie, thank you so much. Says, out of all the portals, which one would be the easiest to rebrand for another IP? For instance, How to Train Your Dragon is great, but how long can Universal milk that? I think How to Train Your Dragon is going to become like one of their big franchises. I think that franchise, those 3 animated films have made so much money. This summer, they're coming out with a live action movie. They've already greenlit the sequel. They're probably going to do 3 of those. I don't think
they'll probably do like a 4th animated one too, would be my guess eventually.
I mean, it is an interesting question because Universal Studios Florida, almost every single part of that has been redone.
Mm-hmm.
So everything from like when it opened in the 90s has been new things there. I don't know if they can do that with Epic though.
I mean, they could change it to Lord of the Rings eventually if they need to. Right?
I don't know if that fits.
Or Zelda.
I think I don't think they could rebrand any of those lands. I think you'd literally have to
tear it down.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they would do that with any of those lands?
I don't know. I mean, we're not going to be alive forever, so who knows? Probably eventually when we're long gone. We'll have like a Mr. Beast land and like
maybe someday. Is How to Train Your Dragon based on movie 1 or 2? I think it's based on all 3 of them because you have the Nightlights, which are from movie 3.
Yeah, I think it's based between movies 2 and 3 is what I've been told. But to be honest, I don't remember.
Didn't the Nightlights get born in 3?
I don't know. I was just from other videos that I've watched. That's what people have been saying. So maybe their information's wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. It's been a while.
I honestly don't remember what happens in those movies, to be honest.
I remember what happens, but I don't remember what happens in each of the movies. Hold on. I'm trying to, Santiago says, I'm afraid Epic is going to disappoint me. Is Super Nintendo area bigger than Hollywood? Area is so small and crowded. It is bigger, but it's going to be crowded still.
Yeah, it's still going to be crowded.
Yeah, that is going to be popular.
But it's way bigger than Hollywood. Hollywood got the short end of the stick, and to be honest, makes me mad.
So it has Mario Kart. You have a bunch of different like power band challenges in different areas. You have the Yoshi ride, which is like a people mover, dark ride, and then you have a whole Donkey Kong land with that coaster. Is there a land that would benefit from another ride soon?
Harry Potter.
I want secretly. I mean, not secretly because I'm saying it here. Dark Universe needs another ride, but Harry Potter also needs another ride.
Both of those
lands need another ride, in my opinion. But I think like that doesn't mean that they're incomplete. They're just, it feels like they need one more ride. Do you think rides will have breakdowns often with all the tech and animatronics of the content? I think when you're pushing the boundary in a way that Universal is with some of these rides, just like Disney has with Rise of the Resistance and Mickey's Runaway, you're going to have, it's just a matter of like, it's just gonna happen. If you want to push the boundary, there's gonna be issues.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see unfold. You would think that they'd have like plans in place.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to, there's a lot of questions here that are the same. Justin, thank you so much. 1 love, y'all. 2 was the tour y'all took at Epic. What the VIP tour will eventually be at Open, or more of a custom one-off thing for bloggers?
The one that we did on our media day was custom for us.
Yeah.
So the one that if you want to do a VIP tour on opening day, it's going to be completely different. But I still, like we said earlier, I think the VIP tour, you're going to get to do a lot of things. And if you want to do ride, that's probably the way to go.
I'm wondering how many rides will be included on that like 4-hour tour.
Probably the most popular ones, and then like whichever ones that people really want to do the most would be my guess.
If anybody in the chat happens to know, let us know.
6, she says.
6. That's good.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good chunk.
I mean, it took us all day to do 6, but I think we were also filming and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah. Oh, love your videos. Shout out to my soon-to-be wife, Diana. Shout out, Diana. Oh, congratulations, you guys.
Our friend Drew Taylor is here. He probably is gone by now, but thanks for showing up, Drew. We appreciate you.
Oh.
Did you do any of the interactive one spots? No. You saw the one that we tried to do with the Niffler. And then there was also one in our video of that creature coming out of the water fountain. Yeah.
We need to buy one of the new wands when we go. We had the old wand. Did anyone ask them how Epic compares to Disney Sea? I think it's on par, theming wise, with Disney Sea. I still think Disney Sea is, personally, I like it better. But
I think especially when you're in Mysterious Island, I don't think there's anything at the level of Mysterious Island in Epic. But that's not to say that Epic isn't awesome.
Yeah.
Epic is awesome. Disney Sea's on the freaking another
Disney
level.
Sea's like, yeah, on its own planet.
Yeah. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Best theme park info. Oh my gosh, you guys. Obviously Animal Kingdom.
See, because we're from California, we have Disneyland and DCA. I think we
like Epcot and Animal Kingdom the most.
They're the most different from what we have here.
So I'd say those two and Epic all combined.
Yeah.
Dean says fun spot.
It's weird now because I think before we could go to Florida and decide to just go to Disney parks, or sometimes trips we would just go to Universal parks.
We're gonna be so tired
I feel like now every trip I have to go to Epic.
Yeah, we have to.
It's,
it's mandatory.
Yeah. Can you tell us how you came up with the name Ordinary Adventures?
We were driving in the car to go shoot our first video, and we came up with the name in like 5 minutes, and I couldn't even tell you what our other choices were, and we chose that, and that's our name.
Yeah. And I do want to say, because a lot of people, I feel like, misunderstand the name. The name was a joke. We literally, our first video was going to the premiere of Avengers Endgame? Or was it Infinity War? Endgame. So
was it Infinity War?
Whatever it was. But the idea was that, like, Ordinary Adventures was like us underplaying. Like, these were the highlights. These were like the cool things in our life. We were going to do like one video a week or a couple a month or something like that. And it wasn't Ordinary Adventures. Like, the idea, the name was,
it was just two ordinary people doing fun stuff every once in a while.
Yeah. But then the pandemic happened, and then we got locked down, and then it was Ordinary Adventures, but that was never the intention of what we were trying to do.
I'd love to go back and watch those videos.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Do the portals? Wait, you want to read that?
Yeah, and I just want to say, I know we're really far behind. I see some people asking. I apologize.
I'm not that far behind.
Did the portals for the lands live up to the hype compared to when the idea was first announced? Yes. The portals were freaking awesome. Genius idea. Universal really took that one to the bank.
Yeah.
They said, you know what? We got an idea. And I think they executed it amazingly. And it's such a good idea. Because you could pop any freaking portal in there and, like, you know what I mean?
See, that's the thing is, like, usually theme parks have a concept. There's like Animal Kingdom. There's Epcot. There's Magic Kingdom, which is like do you know what I mean? Like, they usually have a concept, and like the originally Disney California Adventure was like California.
Yeah. This one, you could just put anything you want in there.
It's just portals to worlds. But I think also the genius thing about this is, if you've ever been to Disney California Adventure and you've gone to Cars Land and you go into that arch and you go through that hole of the arch and you're in Radiator Springs, each of those portals act as that like hole.
Or like when you go into Galaxy's Edge and you like that reveal.
Yeah. So each of those things have like a big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we are annual pass holders to Universal Studios, are we able to use our discount on merch and food and Epic? I think so.
I think we didn't try, but I would assume so.
I believe so, because I know the makeup experience, they take the annual pass.
Oh, that's good.
So, someone asked if you could walk from Terra Luna to Epic Universe. Currently, you cannot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can walk from Stella Nova to Epic Universe.
I think you can. You just have to go down the street more to cross it.
You can't.
Oh, I saw a map on Twitter that somebody like drew how to get there.
Well, I thought someone said that they tried it and they couldn't.
Oh, interesting. Maybe there's no crosswalks yet.
Would a VIP tour be worth it at Epic?
Yes.
I mean, if you want to get on 6 rides in 4 hours, that's a good deal. And then you get like VIP treatment from someone like Jessica, and you get all the information. Can you let us know if the adoptable baby dragons you get to pick?
Yes, we'll check that out for sure when we go.
Yeah, I'm sure Kitra will want to adopt a dragon.
I have to. Come on.
Sorry. Love your channel. So I hear that people still have to park at Universal Parking Garage. Then we bus over to Epic Universe.
I think there's a parking lot.
Yeah, they
there.
have a parking lot.
I don't know if it's open yet, but I think they built a parking lot.
I don't know, but I think there's a parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking for.
Do you know how many ums I cut out of our videos?
Lots. Sorry, there's no questions here. Are all the buildings in Epic actually places you can go into? Hate how you can't go into some of the buildings at Universal Hollywood. Some of them are facades. Like you go into the Ministry of Magic in Paris, and some of those buildings are obviously hiding the show building or hiding the show. So not all of them are places you can go.
But you can go into some of them. Yeah. Obviously the restaurants, the shops, the wand store.
Yeah. Is this the end of the Harry Potter worlds?
I don't know.
I don't know what more they can do. The cool thing about this ride...
They need to make a Harry Potter hotel is what they needed.
Yeah, but the cool thing about this ride is it takes place after the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they can do anything more.
They could.
Unless it like goes to Cursed Child or something like that.
I mean, I feel like there's parts of the movie that they haven't tapped into yet.
Like
right?
what? What locations would you like them to go to?
The Forbidden Forest.
Oh, that would be cool.
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm not. See, it's easier when I have super chats. I can just go to that.
You got this.
Do you want to read that?
Yeah. Does Super Nintendo World at Epic Universe have the exact same layout as Osaka? No.
Not the same exact.
Osaka is like, they're very, very similar, but I think it's slightly different if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I feel like this one feels a little bit bigger and the layout is slightly different, but I'd say it's like 90% the same.
Do the Universal Parks do anything equivalent to hidden Mickeys? If so, do you see them at Epic? There's not a thing that's all over Universal Parks that's like hidden Mickeys. But like, for instance, in Super Nintendo World, we pointed this out in a video, there's like hidden Pikmin, which are like a Nintendo property.
Which is fun.
But then outside of that, Universal likes to do a lot of Easter eggs. Mm-hmm. So if you go into the Christmas store, you might find Earl the Squirrel somewhere there. Oh, or you might, like, when you're in the Monsters Unchained, you might find Easter eggs to HHN characters and so like that. So they do references to their own things. But not like one, there's not like a hidden globe or a hidden...
They should start doing that. That'd be fun.
What part of Epic Universe actually took your breath away, shocked you?
Everything. Honestly, Isle of Berk and Wizarding World.
Yeah, what didn't shock us? And I think maybe
probably
it
just
was
Nintendo because we've been there before. It. But if you've never been to Nintendo, that will your head will explode.
What's the one thing you want everyone to feel coming out of Epic?
I don't want anyone to have a sunburn or be dehydrated or have sore feet. I want everyone to be happy.
I think everybody's going to come out astonished.
Yeah. I think people are going in, and even though there's high expectations, they will exceed that. I truly feel that way. What
did you all do for a living before YouTube? I ran a movie website called slashfilm.com. It was a site I founded almost 20 years ago. Actually, 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I ran that for over 15 years. And that was at one time the biggest independently owned movie news website. I would go like cover movie premieres, go to film festivals, go visit movie sets. And Kitra.
I didn't do anything that cool.
She was an animal caretaker for a celebrity.
I watched animals. I did a bunch of retail jobs. I've done restaurant jobs. Nothing that exciting.
Yeah.
This is by far the best job I've ever had, and I'm so incredibly grateful every day that this is my life.
I think she's downplaying it. She took care of like a whole bunch of lemur monkeys.
Yeah.
And
that job that's such like a Hollywood
thing.
Like that's not a normal experience.
But I'm saying that's a cool job.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. I've worked at Starbucks.
What was your personal wow moment the second you knew that this park was on another level? I think when we first went into Isle of Bark.
Mm-hmm.
But probably meeting Toothless. I know, going on Ministry of Magic. That was our first ride. I came off of that. Going through the queue, I was like, this is incredible.
I was like,
and the ride was like better. One of the best rides of all time.
Yeah. We really had a good start.
Yeah. Which portal design is your favorite?
I think for right now, my favorite is Wizarding World.
Husky Raid.
Or portal design. Dark Universe.
I think my favorite portal design would be Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Alyssa says, I think we're going to go and request Jessica for our guide. Yes.
Everybody request Jessica.
Yeah. I don't know if that's something you could do, but you could try.
I think you can.
Yeah, probably. Podcast the Ride episode today talked about Epic. Can't wait to hear what that. Yeah, we gotta listen.
I didn't even know that they went. How exciting!
I think that was when they were at the Tappers thing. That video.
Oh, fun.
Any plans for May the 4th? We don't have any plans currently.
Probably go to Disneyland, but maybe. I don't know.
Shield spot.
Dean wants a Voldemort musical.
Are you growling at us? I think we're gonna go a little bit longer. Gizmo's getting impatient. He literally just started growling. He was like, "Arr."
Do you know when sit-down restaurant reservations will open for Epic? I do not know that.
God, I didn't even think of this.
Yeah.
That's like another thing to add to our list.
What about an underwater Potter ride?
Oh my God, yes. There we go. Great idea.
Interesting. So like for the Quidditch Cup or whatever, or not the Quidditch Cup, the Goblet of Silence.
Yeah, the Triwizard Tournament or whatever.
Yeah.
There could be a whole ride based on that. That's a good ride. That would be fun.
Oh, this is a good idea from Kidder. Hopefully you find some merch that allows you to collect different things from each portal that showcases everything that you got to do in the park. I think that would be a cool. That would be cool.
We didn't really get a chance to look like we said, but do you think they have like portal specific merch?
I don't think they do.
They should.
They should.
Maybe down the line that'll be like a collection that they come out with. Because like
I feel like
so many nerds would like love that if there's like a pin for each portal that like looked like the portal, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately I feel like Universal doesn't really make stuff to appeal to the park audience. Like I would love merch with the lighthouse from Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
I'd like to have like a statue of the or the arches.
Or the globe.
Like I know when they first opened, they had this cup that was like the lighthouse, which our friend Jason Sheridan of Podcast the Ride has. But like I would buy a cup if it was shaped like the lighthouse, but they don't have it.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So when they were first announcing Epic Universe, they sent us the Chronos, and we have it. You can kind of see it behind Peter. Well, you can't really see it other way. Or wait, no,
it's behind you.
Okay, you can't see it.
Yeah.
But it's like this really cool collectible, and I don't think they sell it there. Like that should be something that they sell. I feel like so many people would buy that.
Maybe not that one. It's like super heavy, but like something.
But something like
that. Like you could make it a piggy bank. You could make it
have
a light.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was Japan, it would have chocolates or like cookies. It would be like one of those gift boxes. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah. Thank you, Fernando. Says, love your channel for watching different Disney and Universal parks. Out of all the Harry Potter worlds at Universal, which one is your favorite? I think Diagon Alley is probably favorite. It's so hard to choose because they're all so different, and like being in the newest one really made me be like, oh, this is my favorite, but probably Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley is cool because it's from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that Paris isn't from the movie, but it's from Fantastic Beasts. It's from the movie, and it feels so Harry Potter.
Yeah, and then Hogsmeade, it's like you have Hogwarts in the background. It's like beautiful. They're all great.
What program are you using to edit your videos so quick?
I use Adobe Premiere. I don't recommend that one unless you want to use that one. That was just what I was taught on.
Do we need prior booking to get the Helios bar? If yes, how can I get a reservation? I'm not sure if you need to stay in the Helios to get in there or not. I don't think you can drive to the Helios and park there because I think it's like insane price for parking. But I do know that the terrace suites or the terrace seats that overlook Epic Universe, I think there's like 5 of them. I think those are on reservation and then the others are walk up.
Yeah, we need to get up there one day.
Yeah.
Because that is going to be the spot.
Is it worth staying on property for Epic Universe? I think it's worth staying on property at Universal, period, because you can go to Dockside, for instance, like $100 a night, 120, depending on what your pass or whatever is. And you get the early park entry.
Yeah, we love staying. Like we said, we stay at Universal. Even when we're going on like a Disney trip, we still stay at Universal most of the time. We love it.
Can we see the pups?
If you look closely,
Pixel.
She's like right there, or right there.
Pixel.
And then Gizmo's below this.
You're covering her.
Well, the yellow thing's
Pixel.
covering Gizmo.
Pixel.
You see her ears?
Right.
Pixel. She's like, okay, are you done? Then Gizmo is right behind Peter. He's getting very impatient, I can tell.
The Nerdy Millennial, thank you so much. Says, besides the space theme, how would you compare Terra Luna to Cabana Bay? Which do you like better and why? Would love to see updates today. Cabana Bay is just like so much our vibe, like the mid-century modern.
Cabana Bay has so much going for it. It has a lazy river. It's huge. It has like a retro theme, has a huge like dining hall, has a bowling alley. It's awesome. Between the two, I would definitely say stay at Cabana Bay. Terra Luna to me was a little like, I feel like they could have done more with the theme. It wasn't very themed. Once you got inside, it was very small. So like there's not that much walking to your room. So that's something that like you would like. Everything was really compact and it was like very easy to just take the elevator and, you know, it took 2 seconds to do something. So that was nice. But I feel like they could have gone more in depth with the theming.
Yeah.
Right?
How family friendly is Dark Universe ride? I wouldn't take young children on it, but it's not like scary.
I mean, I was scared of like Splash Mountain and Space Mountain until I was like 12. So some kids are just built differently.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back. Las Vegas, Nevada, Bellagio. We are at the conservatory that's right behind us. Look at that.
Yay, we're finally seeing the spring display. We just had a wonderful dinner with our good friends Dale and Paula from Dale and Paula's Las Vegas Inside and Out. They are some of our best, most closest friends that live here in Las Vegas.
We always look forward to hanging out with them and have a nice chat and chill for a little while and just, you know, touch base, and they're just the best people, and we love them to death.
And their channel is amazing. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do it. We will leave a link for their channel in the description box right there below.
So tonight we're going to go through the conservatory because we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're going to do after that. It's kind of loose. We're just getting our trip started here, so hang on for the ride. Enjoy. Hopefully you're subscribed. Maybe do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel if you haven't right now. Hit the notification bell because we're here in Vegas this week, as well as, you know, the rest of the videos that we do are amazing.
Yes. Now you're probably going to see this as the beginning of a video and then it's carrying into the next day. So just so you know, we're starting this at night and we will continue it in the morning, but we have to get started and check out the conservatory first. This is something we look forward to. We've only ever missed like one display, and that was because of the Malibu fires. But this is the spring 2025 display. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Now, we were just talking about our friends Dale and Paula McKenzie. If you ever want to see this unobstructed and a beautiful walkthrough and a lot of explanation of what things are and like how this is all done, all that kind of stuff, make sure to go check them out because they have a video on all of these conservatories. We go through just like, you know.
They usually go like the day it's like setting up.
Yeah, and they know all about every detail that you want to know about here. We just come in just blind and go, wow, that's pretty. That's about what we do. All right, so there's like a beehive. A lot of bees in this one because it's spring.
Birds and the bees.
Birds. Oh, the bee for Bellagio. I get it now. I catch up quick.
Oh my gosh, it smells like heaven.
It smells amazing in here. They always do a scent every year, and you can purchase this scent via candle and at the shop back here. But yeah, this is awesome. This is what I'm always looking forward to seeing. I feel like I'm in Winnie the Pooh right now. Oh, there is honey dripping off the bulbs. No way. All right, we're checking out kind of the main display where the waterfalls are. It's so rad. Look at this. Unbelievable. That bird. Look at the talons.
Yeah.
I also appreciate when they do the fog on the water. Gives it a mystical sense as we look over towards that nest over there, or that little birdhouse where they do the table, the dine over there. We got butterflies. Oh my gosh. Actually real birds in this display, in this cage.
2 of them. They're like right there and right there.
Power items inbound.
Also worth a mention for real, Cassandra the caterpillar. Look at her.
Power items on the feet.
Chomping down on that leaf, and she is made up of real flowers. Look at this. It's like the rose braid.
Isn't that insane? They almost look like succulents, kind of, but not. It's Cassandra.
Yeah, there's like succulents and sunflowers.
Beautiful.
Wow. She's got some lashes on her for sure. All right, conservatory was stunning, spectacular. How many S words can I describe?
Superb.
Superb. It smelled really good. You're right.
That might be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Katie was threatening to buy the candle, but it was like $40.
Yeah, 48.
Ooh.
Yeah. I said no thank you.
Thank you.
It, but it's, you know.
Thank goodness. Petrosian bar, the piano bar. He's taking a little break, but we love the Petrosian. Great place to get a cocktail at the Bellagio if you're in the mood.
Especially with the piano.
Oh, yeah. We're sitting here at Italy at the beautiful Park MGM Resort and Casino. This is where we stay exclusively. This is our spot. We love it here. It's the best. We're centrally located, in a sense, to a lot of things here on the Strip. Easy access in. When we come here, the ease of approach is, I think, what we like. The self-parking garage is very close proximity, and then a walking bridge right into the lobby. It's genius. You don't have to walk through a casino. As far as pet friendliness, they are extremely pet friendly. They also have provided pet relief areas that I think are really nice. Our favorite one has a couple of trees. You can see it here. It's the closest one to the hotel. There's even one on the outside that's a little bit bigger. It's almost like a run. Yeah, there's multiple areas for the dogs here, and they're very accommodating. And we had to bring our dog on this trip because we came for a longer run this time. Normally we're like 2 to 3 days. This was like a 4 or 5 day run because I was doing an art piece down in the Arts District for First Friday, which we have a video on that you should probably check out. But yeah, we had to bring the dog, and we were a little nervous about it because it doesn't seem like the kind of town where you could bring a dog, but guess what? It's perfect. They've been so accommodating and helpful, and it's just been great. Greta's really enjoyed it. We have a special little dog, and she enjoys a lot of things that humans do, so it's really funny to watch her prance around the casino in the lobby and stuff. She's loving it. And as far as today goes, we are going to just have a great Vegas day. We're starting with some lunch here at Italy. Like I said, it's like 3 in the afternoon. That's when you start the day in Vegas. Come on, let's be real. Especially when you're 54 years old and you've done an art piece on a wall for 2 days and your whole body feels like you've been hit by one of those buses out on the strip. Anyways, I'm having this lasagna. I'm just going to show you the food real quick. Katie's having her bolognese that she loves so much. It's amazing. I have it a lot too. We also got a charcuterie board. Katie insisted on that. It's a great idea. It's a really nice one. I've been rambling too much without taking another bite. I've had a few bites already.
Now we're having a pretty big lunch because we had breakfast really early in our room. We were treated and we got to have room service, which was such an enjoyment after the art project. It was a lot of work for Spence and even myself, just because I get kind of, I'm doing a lot while he's painting. So it was such a nice treat. We had such a good time last night. Absolutely a blast. But yeah, so we're having a big lunch, and then we're gonna have dinner tonight, and we're just gonna enjoy ourselves. Now we had plans, we actually had some reservations farther down the strip so that we could show you some different new things we wanted to try as well. But there were some protests going on. That kind of canceled our plans. We couldn't even get into where we were going to go.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard because, while protests, doing its thing, it's kind of hard because now we can't get to where we want to go. And it's like kind of wrecking it for the tourism here. So that kind of stinks. But we're still going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to have a good time no matter what, because we are in Vegas and we love being here. We love it. So we're gonna finish our lunch, but then after we finish our food, I'm kind of looking over at dessert. I forgot about that. Before we get into trouble. But now that I think about it, I guess dessert can be trouble too, right?
You're in Vegas, you're in trouble already. That's
a problem. I forgot about that. Before we get into trouble,
all right, we're going out. Look at the new bar here at Italy, and it's like open air. You can walk right in off the street. They're still working on it a little bit, but look at this. You just walk right in there. Isn't that cool? It's a great look. It's awesome. All right, there's a busker over there playing Wanted Dead or Alive. Little JBJ. All right, we're strolling. We're gonna go, I think, take a lap around. It's just nice outside. It's probably the nicest weather we've had the entire time we've been here. Been here a couple of days. We haven't vlogged any kind of normal Vegas stuff that we normally do. We've been doing art show stuff, and which has been awesome. It's just to get that opportunity is great. So today's about Vegas, though. Crossing over to New York. There it is. Boom. That dude's doing his guitar solo over there right now. Little Richie Sambora. He shreds. All right, we're in the park. Right next to Park MGM, and there's the Dolby Live Theater. Apparently Van Halen's coming. They're gonna have a residency there. I'm kind of down for a little Van Hagar. All right, here's the light effect walls. They even work in the daytime a little bit. Look at this. Look at this. There's the big sign. The park is really cool because a lot of seating areas. It's nice to walk around right now. Like, I needed to get outside, especially considering it's not windy today. It was a little windy the other day. Oh, flyby. pigeon posse. You know, the pigeons are perfect for New York, because there's a lot of pigeons in New York. Check out Greta on the Strip. Greta Pickles, Las Vegas Strip. There she is. I do love the front of New York right here. Look at this.
Thank you. Hello.
Brooklyn Bridge. I got a live band playing today.
Oh, cool.
All right, we doubled back. We just wanted to walk up to the corner. The last time we'd gone across Excalibur, they were like redoing stuff, and they didn't have like anything on the casino floor. We were looking to go play some stuff.
Shout out to Stumpy.
Yeah, last bit of sun hitting M&Ms and Coca-Cola. Hey, looking across at the Boulevard, the brand new mall that's being built. There's some stuff open already. That big Puma store looks like it's open.
So that's where the In-N-Out's going up there?
Yeah, up on the roof, I think on that side.
That's awesome. That's
Boulevard.
the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, Boulevard, the next big thing over here on this side of town. And that went up fast.
It did.
All right, Greta, we're crossing the Aria Sky Bridge. There's the Aria. And the Veer Towers, because they veer to the left, they veer to the right. We're gonna head through Crystals, I think. So it's cool because Crystals has its own little display that it does for each season and holiday and everything, and this is the spring one.
So pretty.
Amazing, look at that tree.
And I think we're on top of one, so if we look on the other side.
Yeah, there's the start of one right there. Let's walk across. Oh, and just the corner of that, it's literally under us, so
Butterfly.
we'll have to see that another time at Crystal Shops. Kind of like this deck out here. It's really turned into a nice,
It's always a good view.
yeah, it's always turned into a nice view spot for us. Oh yeah. You can come over here and see the F1 track, the tarmac, the turn. Still don't know how I feel about F1 because I read a story where we are at Park MGM used to be the Dunes golf course, and there was a bunch of trees out there when they started developing all this land, and they took up like 400 of those trees. It's a certain kind of, I don't know what it was, and they put them in front of the Bellagio, and those were the original trees in front of the fountains, and those are the ones that got cut by F1 or whoever was doing it. So I was kind of bummed that like there was history with those trees. It wasn't just like, oh, they're cutting trees in front of Bellagio. Now, I don't know if that's true. If anybody knows that story, or maybe if I'm totally wrong, but it's kind of an interesting story if that is true. Jason Aldean's popping on the weekends. Look at this. They got the deck here too, like that goes out over the Museum of Illusions. That's pretty rad.
Really fun, by the way. If you haven't done the Museum of Illusions, go do it.
Oh yeah, it's worth a go for sure. Well, live music going on at Jason's. As we look over towards Paris in the distance, Planet Hollywood in the foreground. Look at that lighting in the afternoon, huh? Chris Angel, mind freak. He's a mind freak, Katie. I'm not sure if you're aware. And then advertising corner here, F1 corner. And then Boulevard. There's Boulevard, the end of that new mall, that new establishment over there. Approaching Cosmo.
I want to see where that new restaurant is where Holstein's used to be. Like, what is it? I forgot. I knew it was something.
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 Cosmo D from outer space. Who knows that one? Deep cut. Let me know in the comments. It's a deep cut. Look at this now. This is a neat view at this time of day, you know?
This is the best time.
Oh, look at Jason Aldean's advertisement on the bus down there. He's just all about it, man. Smart. All right, Cosmo, let's see what you got.
I literally don't remember that big thing being there.
Yeah. All right. Past the chandelier.
I never never feel like I've gone to Vegas until we are at the Chandelier Bar.
That's true. It kind of evokes everything that is Vegas, you know, like the glitz, the glamour.
All these people are like dancing in there.
Oh yeah, why not?
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, look. Oh, look at this. We can see the performance as we go down the escalator. There they are. So you have to have like dance skills to work at the Chandelier Bar because they're all doing great. This is so cool. And they were coming down the spiral staircase. I like the video poker Chandelier Bar. That's even cooler. Yeah. You can't help but have fun if you work there. You can't phone that in, you know? All right, we're crossing into the Bellagio zone. There's characters here. You got to navigate through the characters. They're everywhere. And they got these 360 camera things you can do now. It's crazy. Threading the needle. There's the Bellagio. There's a guy on a mic. He's got a terrible speaker. I don't know what he's saying. Wow, look at this setup.
Everyone's welcome to stop the bar for a few seconds.
It's the hang from the bar challenge. All right, we found an open spot. We're gonna pull up to the Bellagio and check out a performance. Stand by for that. The Cosmo, reflecting off the water. It's Greta's first time she can actually see through. This is what Greta sees. Eiffel Tower, Katie. I felt like Clark Griswold doing that. Eiffel Tower, Katie. That's just a replica of you and me. You know, the real one's in Paris, France, Katie. Okay, so it's going to be a few minutes until we get to see the fountains do their thing here. I don't know what song it's going to be, but I can tell you that I will be choosing the song in the edit, but it'll be appropriate. Count on that.
In my sights. Target spotted.
Saturday night, Las Vegas Strip. This is, you know, for Disney people, we're used to this kind of crowd, but it's pretty intense. Saturday night, Las Vegas Strip. You know, for Disney people, we're used to this kind of crowd, but it's pretty intense. The train will arrive in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, folks. The train will arrive. There's the Rio. Look at that. There it is. Off in the distance.
You can see the elevator going up to the top now because they opened
Oh, that's
that.
right. You can see it, the little white light going up the middle there. It just got to the top.
And I think like they just opened that bar now.
That's cool. Off in the distance. Let's watch this tram leave from the other side, the Aria Express. Look at it. It's so cool. Goes to Park MGM, makes a few stops, you know, Crystals and Aria. I think it said, yeah, 2 minutes. I love that it says exactly when it's going to arrive. Katie and Greta are sitting on the bench waiting. Oh, the thing's changing over there. It's doing the color patterns. The Rio has, look at that. That's crazy. It's doing so many colors. That was a smart idea, because that's so Vegas to me, because you can see that from so far away. It's in that dark desert sky. It's like downtown before they put the cover on it. Just all that neon just all stacked next to each other, and the sky was just completely pitch black behind it, and it almost looks fake. We did gamble a little bit tonight. Didn't do well. We played some bubble craps. That's our game. We love that. Oh, here comes the tram. Yeah, we lost a honey bun tonight, 100. Which is not much in gambling terms. We don't gamble really, and so we don't like to spend a ton. But it was fun. It lasted a while. That's the fun part. You got to just be cool with that. And if you win, awesome. But if you don't, you had a good time. Here comes the Aria Express, everybody. Looks like we got an open train. Not too many passengers. Need a lift back to the Park MGM. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's going on? Chaos, Saturday night, Vegas. Sorry, Greta. It's Greta's first monorail ride. She can't go to Disneyland, but she can do this. All right. What do you think, Greta?
She was really sad that you were over there filming. She did not like it.
Sorry, Gretz.
She was like,
Gretz could do.
Where's my dad?
Gretz could do, right?
He's right there. Don't worry.
We're gonna watch those doors close. I'm gonna brace myself on a post.
And I will sit down.
Next stop, Crystals. Next stop, Crystals.
The doors are now closing. Please stand clear. The tram is now departing. Please hold on to a handrail. some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. We use money as a tool to help all the people we hold in our hearts. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home. And try this money as helping plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because the most important thing isn't what the communities we call home. Further, where money means so much, helping plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because the most important thing isn't what the communities we call home. Further, completely understands that. Old Spice Hydration Body Wash. And moisturize with vitamin B3. You better not be using all the Old Spices. Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. You better not be using all the Old Spices. Like you know to check that it's not going into overtime before you storm the quote. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Is this an iconic sneaker ad? No, it's an ad for the new KFC Donkey Bucket. Now it's in down. Before you storm the quote. With 3 sauces, fries, 2 mashed potato poppers, and original recipe tenders. Done for $7 or get enough to share for $25. Today, let's paint with Bear. Oh, you're already done? Yeah. He did the research. Bear has never already done. Yes, I'm not really needed here today. $7 or get enough to share for $25. I'm still here. Do your research and get great value at an everyday low price. Only at Home Depot. Yes, I'm not really needed here today. First worst word. I'm still here. Do your research and get great value at an everyday low price. Only at Home Depot. British spy. He doesn't have that. He's got first worst. Get great value at an everyday. They will be together as a Boys and Girls Club with British spy. Empowering children and building futures. Bring it in. They will be together as a Boys and Girls Club with empowering children and building futures. Bring it in. So it's in the fifth. Tom. Good week for the Jays, Mike. Extension. It's in the fifth. Start on Tom back. Good week for the Jays. How the return his career last offseason. Start doing that. He's on his own. Time he was out there, the game out in spring training. Back late the pitching coach, now doing the bag. What is he doing? Of course, he's out there, great guy, like Paxton here. That's they found it on his own, very old school spider rhythm. What is he doing? Oh, he's had a good step. This guy, great guy, like Paxton here. That's they found it on his own, very old school spider rhythm. What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie packs and junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and apple plus bacon is all the time. An unlimited time. Best deal of all time. Gotta be Wendy's. Junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and apple plus bacon is all the time. An unlimited time. Best deal of all time. Gotta be Wendy's. Hundreds of sales every week. Eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
What's up, Paul Nation? With the best full service wellness management skills
Sales every week. Eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
Uh-oh, what's up?
How about to invest in Fit on Route? Not to mention, Schwab has a team of specialists for taxes, insurance, and estate planning. All will be.
We're experiencing technical
To invest in Fit on Route. Not to mention, Schwab has a team of specialists for taxes, insurance, and estate planning. All will be.
We're experiencing
When you pop open an On the Rocks Cosmo, you get Masters Win Next Magic that takes the vibe uptown. Bartender created cocktails anywhere. Pop open an On the Rocks Cosmo. You get Masters Win Next Magic. Takes the vibe uptown.
Introducing the bold new ticket here for a limited time.
The dawn is born. Every player has hope.
Here for a limited time.
The dawn is born. Every player worthy of magic. As the journey
Your team, your players, baseball, you're ready. First time highlights and push notifications just for you. Your team, your players, baseball, you're ready. Push notifications just for you. Ben Rice had the latest big hit for the Yankees in this game. A homer to right. Started first. Left-handed power today, in front and behind Aaron Judge. That's the way you draw it up. That's the way it's set up as well. Hit for the Yankees. 3-4. That's the way you draw. That's the way it's set up as well. The first three games. See the Yankees played so far. Especially the bullpen. And as you see, that's kind of a recipe to neutralize those left-handed power bats with the Yankees. The Yankees doesn't have the bullpen, especially the bullpen. See, that's kind of a recipe to neutralize those left-handed power bats with the Yankees. The Yankees doesn't have the bullpen. Ty Willie Mays hit 660 at home run. Splash hit. Amazing. Hey, Candlestick Park opened up. 660. And the weather today is 60 at home run. And the win to celebrate. And the Yankees, Mario Mantle, amazing. Dedicated to center field. The old Yankee Stadium Park opened up. Big swing you just saw. And the Giants, still the only franchise with a 600 home run player, Willie Mays, and a 700 home run player, Barry Bonds. By the way, those DiMaggio Phantom flags were the Giants, still the only franchise with a 600 home run player, Willie Mays. Not beyond the center, like center on the fence, the wall. By the way, those DiMaggio Phantom flags, they were the Giants. Back in the day, they were in center field. You could literally see them on beyond the center field. Like there was a center field on the fence. If you're a distant player, you just want to remind them where you are, the greatness is surrounded by. Back in the day, they were in center field. First game is ahead. See them on beyond the stadium. Inside the park. Surrounded by. Watch my center. First game is ahead. No. Inside the park. That stands out. How cool is that? What's on inside the park? South Hill? That's something center field baseball. I didn't expect just to fly ball. Yeah. Out of play. Yes. Center field baseball. You're going with South Hill. Right. Both of you, the retired hit for the first out of the seventh. You're going with South Hill. Yeah, both of you, the retired hit for the first out after
It's the pink moon tonight? Yeah, I guess so. It's a memorial too today, tonight. Did you know that? Huh? It's the pink moon tonight? What? Yeah, I guess so. It's a memorial too today. Well, pink moon and memorial. Did you know that? Huh? It's the pink moon tonight? What? It's a memorial too today. Well, pink moon and memorial. Did you know that? Huh? Pink moon tonight. You know what the White Sox did? Memorial. The White Sox pink moon and memorial. You know that? Huh? Huh? What? You know what the White Sox scored? You know what the White Sox did? No. I don't know. What's going on? It's great. Huh? Huh? You know what the White Sox scored? You know what the White Sox did? No. I don't know. What's going on? It's great. Huh? You know what the White Sox scored? You know what the White Sox did? No. I don't know. What's going on? It's great. No. I don't know.
Appreciate Lance Barksdale and the Athletic girls able to look at his challenge in the South Bennington Nashville. So, would you appreciate Lance Barksdale and the Athletic girls able to look at his challenge in the South Bennington Nashville. Would you appreciate Lance Barksdale and the Athletic girls able to look at his challenge in the South Bennington Nashville. To the replay room in New York. After the ball stays on the third, so first 500. First 500. Verlander coming on. This year index. Jeff can tell me he wants to be like all of mine. It's for Verlander coming on. Definitely has a desire for it. This year index. Jeff can tell me he wants to be like all of mine. It's for Verlander. Definitely has a desire for it. Gets out of the 7. Slowness to the 8. Yankees by 4.
Thank you so much.
That's why we do it mostly.
It really makes all the effort worth it. Gathering the most in-depth info, making a clean new homes.com that improves home shopping, making a better way for people to find the perfect home. It really makes all the effort worth it. Are you okay?
No, it does.
Making a clean new homes.com that improves home shopping. That's why we do it, isn't it? We've got a lot of dust in here.
Oh, dusty.
Yeah. Are you okay?
No, it's not. You've done it.
That's why we do it. We've got a lot of dust in here.
Oh, dusty.
Yeah. Are you okay?
No, it's not. You've done it. Show off.
The DQ freezer is open again for our 85th birthday to bring back our most wished for blizzard flavor. It's the confetti cake blizzard treat, filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. The DQ freezer is open right yours for our DQ freezer cooking to bring back our most wished for blizzard flavor. I will do cake pieces from 5 places, 2 streets.
Oh,
DQ freezer cooking to bring back our cake pieces from 5 places, 2 streets.
well, attention supermarket shoppers. It's about time and place every day. High prices. Sales that are really good. We're getting thoughtful people. Get a good deal. They don't bring pricing games. You just walk in and take it. That's why they're not prices. It's all the same.
It's Pod's biggest sale in history. Save up to 30% on moving and storage until May 19th. And see why Pod is America's #1 container moving company. Whether you're relocating or renovating, save up to 30%. Save at Pod.com today. Storage until May 19th. See why Pod is America's #1 container moving company. Cream on the right across the whole series. Save in 30%. Pod.com today. Oh, that was really good. Oreo. So playful. Cream on the right across the whole series. Oh, that was really good.
Racing on Earth continues tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. Tom Verducci, Tom Runyon, Mark Leiter into the game. Racing on Earth working the same inning for the Yankees. 1:30 Pacific. Tom Runyon, Mark Leiter into the game. Indians better the same inning center field to right. Leiter walks from the first pitch in front. Tom Runyon, Mark Leiter. Indians better the same inning center field to right. Pitch. Left in for Griffin comes in. What he's known for most is slow. Down out there. Yeah, Pretty say swearing off wins for 5 years. Like, what's 5 years? You think you know you're over the trauma of the first place